time it is. Marvin Devine, Huber, Axel, and you know how we do. Yeah, I got the juice. Whip game cool, make them look like cool. Always play it cool, that's the biggest rule. Forget what they doing, keep on doing. Like 22. Ask me how I made it right here in the booth. I'm always pursued cause of what I pursue. That's greatness, yeah, I gotta make it, I got things to lose. Boy, wanna get in my crew, but you can't get in my crew. Me, XL, and Huber, way too fireable. When this joint drop, better call the troops. And when you hear the drop, better raise the roof. Better raise the roof. You already know what happens when we link up. Let's go. Yeah, I got the juice. Yeah, I got the juice. Win game cool, make them look like cool. Always play it cool, that's the biggest rule. Forget what they doing, keep on doing.
You are now live with the Locked In Podcast. As always, your hosts for the evening, Steve Ushler and George Mecaj. If you're watching on YouTube and you're not already subscribed, make sure that you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to turn notifications on to stay up to date with the most current personal development tips and sports analysis. With that being said, welcome to the podcast and enjoy the show. All right, guys, welcome into the Locked In Podcast. Welcome back. Your home for personal development, tips, sports, finances, and much, much more. This is episode 145 of the podcast, and we're kind of back in the sports realm. Well, not kind of. We are back in the sports realm tonight. We're talking Philadelphia Eagles, Philadelphia Phillies. It's that time of the year. We were kind of in a similar situation last year. Very blessed. The Phillies went to the World Series. We had the Eagles on a hot streak. Philadelphia Union made it to the finals last year too. But here we are. We're out of the first round of the divisional round, or well, not the divisional round, the wild card round of the MLB postseason, Red October, and the Phillies discarded the Marlins. So we're going to talk about the Phillies and their journey through the postseason. We're going to talk about the Eagles, who are currently 4-0, taking on the Los Angeles Rams this week. Before we hop into that, I just want to welcome back all three guests that are in the building right now and on this live stream. Rich, welcome back in, man. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate you, bro. Marius, thank you for coming on too, brother. As always, man, appreciate you, bro.
Anytime, bro.
And Rob, thank you as well, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Glad to be back.
Absolutely, man. You know, I love these sports episodes, man, especially around this time of year, man. Big implications, you know. Maybe not so much for the Eagles, man, but it's still a nice ride, man, because we're on a 4-game winning streak. A lot of people doubting us coming into this season, especially after what we did last year. So it's nice so far to be able to prove the general population that isn't a Philadelphia Eagles fan wrong. It's good to see the Phillies doing their thing too, because that first round's a little bit of a test, right? You know, they got hot last year, and the Marlins were kind of in a similar situation as the Phillies last year. A lot of people were kind of talking like, oh, they could do what the Phillies did last year. It's like, nah, they weren't coming into Citizens Bank Park and taking over. It was just a different element, different environment. But yeah, we're blessed as Philadelphia sports fans to see competitive sports. Flyers, they struggle, but they're kind of rebuilding. And I don't know how much we're going to see the Sixers this year, to be quite honest. It kind of looks like a dumpster fire kind of waiting to happen. They didn't really make any moves, and I don't know what Harden's situation is. It doesn't seem like he wants to play here. So I don't know if we'll be here at the end of that trade deadline. But overall, though, we still have the Philadelphia Phillies. We still got the Philadelphia Eagles. And then when the Philadelphia Union finally, start the playoffs, we might have a chance at them making an opportunity back to the MLS Cup as well. As always, guys, we're going to hop right into the content. But if you're not already subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to turn notifications on because we release new episodes related to either personal development or sports every single week, and you don't want to miss it. If you're watching on Facebook, I'm assuming you're probably a part of the group, but still hit the like button and comment down below. It helps us out. And yeah, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the pod. All right, guys. Just kind of hopping right into it. I guess Phillies or Eagles. I guess we could start Eagles, and then I think the Phillies right now have the bigger implications. I love the Eagles. Eagles is probably, it's the number one sport here, in Philadelphia for most fans. But obviously the Phillies are in a huge position right now because it's the playoffs, a little bit different. This stage is different, but we can start with the Birds, and then I think work our way over to the Phillies. So let's just start. This past weekend, man, game of Washington, very, very close game. I think had most people on the edge of their seats. Rich and Mario, I was able to, watch this game with you, and Rob, I know you went to the game, so you got to see a good game, man. It was very close, a nail biter for sure.
Yes, sir.
Too close for comfort. Way too close for comfort.
Yeah.
You guys should have seen the stadium when the Redskins scored that last touchdown with 0 seconds left. Everybody was just like quiet. It was so quiet. It was crazy.
Yeah, man, I can imagine. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't think anybody thought when the Eagles scored that touchdown, that they were going to go back down. Anything can happen in football. Crazier things have happened, but I think you think at home, you're going to put that team away, with a minute and some change left, especially a team with Sam Howell as the quarterback. But you give them credit. They went down the field and they were able to score. You thought the defense was probably obviously going to get a stop, and they didn't. Yeah, that game was way too close for comfort. Division game, but too close for comfort for sure.
Yeah, you know why they went quiet, Rob? Because they have flashbacks to last year, bro. Who was the team that gave us our first loss last year? Washington. They came very close to doing it again, man. They came very close. But thankfully, we got a great kicker, man. Very reliable kicker. He was able to come through for us, man. I'm not going to lie. There were some really, really BS calls in that game, man. The Zebras need to be reprimanded for that. The secondary needs work. The defense, Sam Howell, like, with all due respect to him, it's not like he's like a top elite quarterback. I don't know how the defense is going to hold up, man. We'll play Tua, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes, man. That secondary is going to need work.
Yeah, the secondary is injured. They compromised a lot, even on that last touchdown. We had the backup corner in against. I don't know who scored. I don't know if it was McLaurin or not. No, it was Dotson.
Yeah, it was
So
Dotson.
yeah. So I was looking at the play, evaluating it. He just did a simple comeback route and just caught it.
The guy with Dotson did get away with a little bit of a push off though to create the separation.
He definitely did push off.
Yeah, he did push off a little bit, but they're not going to call that though in the last play of the game. It has to be like super, super obvious. Like,
it's kind of crazy.
He would have had to push him to the ground for them to even throw the flag.
It's kind of crazy because they hesitate when that Super Bowl was on. They called what they called, but when it's us, they don't, they go ahead and do what they got to do. I understand. I feel like, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that what we're seeing with the referees' calls is kind of a result of some pushback from the push tush, the brotherly shove. I feel like the league is trying to push back on a play that they deem as like essentially a cheat code is what Micah Parsons said last week about it was a cheat code. But even our rivals, and Parsons admitted, hey, listen, they have the line that they can do that. The rest of the league has tried to do that, and not everyone has been successful. So is it really a play that should be deemed illegal just because the one team's good at it? You know?
Yeah, it's true, man.
I will hope there's no bias. Like that would be illegal for the rest of it. They bias. So
yeah,
I hear what you're saying, Rich, but I would hope not.
Yeah, that game was called so poorly. The Eagles could have played better, obviously, but that was just such a poorly called game. Kind of had vibes of that game last year, where it was a terribly called game. Dallas Goedert got hurt on a face mask, missed call, a lot of missed calls in that game too. I remember I even saw that game last year. Mario was there too. Saw it in Miami, and other people that weren't even from Philly were saying it's BS. The one guy that was a bartender, he's like, "That's crazy. All the calls like that were just going against us." So that seemed like a very shady game last year. This year seemed a little shady too because them calls, because of how close that game was, could have really changed the outcome. And if McLaurin gets that extra foot down, like you saw, like in overtime, and they had that catch at midfield, that was very close, man, to be in an inbounds call, and they get in. You never know what happens if that's called in. So, and honestly, if that call in the field was a catch, I don't know if they overturn it to not a catch. You know what I mean? I think they go with that call because the call in the field was incomplete. So it was so close. End of the day, a win's a win. We're 4-0. Only us and the Niners. We're in special company right now. And the Niners got Dallas this week, man. So that game's a win-win for us, how I see it. If Dallas somehow does beat them, hey, it leaves us, with the perfect mark still. But if the Niners win, Dallas goes back 2, and if we win, we're up 2 games in the division on them. So I'm personally rooting for the Niners. My brother and some other people rooting for Dallas. So I'm like, I can't root for Dallas, man. I just can't do
it. Can I tell you either, man? I can't.
Niners all day, no matter what it is.
Can I tell y'all why y'all should? Can I tell y'all why y'all should root for Dallas this week?
Why?
And it makes me sick. I'm getting nauseous right now talking about Dallas. Even mentioning the name is making me sick right now.
I mean, I got aspirin that'll make you feel better.
I don't think that's gonna help, man. I think I need something. Might need to go to the hospital, but like we should root for Dallas this week because Dallas is one of the few teams on the 49ers schedule that's actually a challenge to the 49ers. If you look at the 49ers schedule, I would argue they have one of the easiest schedules in the NFL for being a team that made it to the NFC Championship.
Like, let me look at it. Now I'm kind of curious.
Throw it up there, man. Let's talk about it because I hope Dallas wins because, one, Niners fans have been talking real crazy online. They've been talking reckless, really, really wild.
Bro, they still haven't gone over that NFC Championship game lost last year. That's why,
they're still sober. They're still sore.
They're so salty, man.
Yeah. Wow, they do have a fairly easy schedule. Wow, the rest of the way. The one tough team I'll say is they got to play the Ravens on December 25th. Ravens seem like they're playing good ball right now, but that game's in San Francisco. Wow, they have a lot of easy games in there, and they're in a division where the Rams are. You don't really know what the Rams are. The Seahawks, but that game in Seattle could be tough. Obviously, they got to play Seattle twice because of the division. They play the Bengals, but the Bengals just Joe Burrow with the hamstring, man. He's hampered. He's not Joe Burrow right now, and they play them in 2-3 weeks. Right now. They're playing them in 2-3 weeks, so Joe Burrow is not going to be right by then. I honestly think it's a little crazy that they're playing Joe Burrow, man. They need to send him down.
Yeah, I'd send him down. I'll let him rest.
No, it's not worth having a hamper in this guy for the rest of his career. This guy's a franchise player. Like, I think it's a little crazy what they're doing. You could tell he's not right, man. He can't move efficiently. Like, people tend to underestimate how important. Like, you think with a quarterback it's just the arm and the upper body. Like, no, you need your hamstring. Is very important with planning and throwing the football. And Joe Burrow just can't move the way he usually does.
And he's a good runner too. Like,
we should trade Mariota to him.
What's that?
I said we should trade Mariota to him so they can have Mariota until Burrow gets better.
See what they got. I thought you were saying Mariota for Burrows.
Nah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
a
it's
good
all.
trade.
Yeah, I'm sure it's all do that.
Hell no, they're not going to do that. But I mean, like, if
Yeah.
we can get, a defensive backs player, maybe, some type of safety that can play slot from the Bengals, and then we give him Mariota, I think that's a fair trade because
Yeah.
if y'all don't mind me talking about what you mentioned earlier, Steve, like, we didn't play that good of a game. You know what I'm saying? Defensively, I honestly think we got carved apart. Like, I honestly think that if you could pick a weakness on this team, is definitely the defensive backfield, and I think that the way that they play off coverage, 8 to 10 yards away from receivers that know how to do these slants perfectly, that know how to do, different curl routes perfectly. Like Rob had talked about that last touchdown that tied the game. That was on a curl route. So I'm like sitting here like, I'm thinking, all right, the side's gonna adjust. He's gonna adjust this last drive to make sure, they don't get those little easy throws or whatever. But nah, they picked us apart all the way down the field till they got to the end zone. And like, it's a problem. I'm glad that we picked up a slot corner. If y'all want to talk more about that, but I'm happy we picked up another defensive back player to
Yeah.
replace Maddox.
Yeah, Maddox is always hurt though, man. I feel like he's on his last legs. He was hurt last year as well.
Yeah, always, man. We did the Eagles. Luckily, we picked up a vet. I'm not sure how much he has left in the tank, but Bradley Roby. I think he's only like 31, but he's been around the league for a while. It feels like he's been in the league longer than that, but yeah, no, 31. We'll see what he's got in the tank. And I heard there is rumors out there. I know, Rich, I think we were talking about this last week. The Eagles are making bold proposals to get Budda Baker to the Eagles right now. The Birds are making, Howie's trying to get Budda Baker here. So I saw Philly 500 posted something on that. He had a video on it, and there's a lot of other articles going around that they're trying to get Budda Baker, who's a vet safety. I think if you bring in Budda Baker, that's a big move. It's I think we need someone in the safety. I think right now, with the way the defense is constructed, if you're going to play a team like Miami and you don't have like a really strong nickel corner, it's going to be a problem. I think when you play those teams like Miami, and then you're going to have after that, you'll have Dallas coming up pretty soon as well, and then you have after the bye, you have Kansas City, you got Buffalo, you got San Francisco. You have even Seattle. Seattle's this. I don't think Seattle. Even with Geno Smith, be able to probably do too much with us, but we'll see, man. But I don't know. I think it's important. I think Howie's going to make the right moves, though. You know what I mean? Before that trade deadline, he'll get players here, and he'll do what he needs to do. So, how do you guys? Yeah, I was going to say, how do you guys feel about this Rams game this week coming up?
I'm a little worried. Cooper Kupp is coming back.
He is.
So, and then they got that one dude that's been killing it. I forgot his name.
Is he a rookie?
No, hold on. Let me see. I forgot his name. He's been killing it in fantasy as well. So you guys are? Oh yeah, Puka Nacua. Nacua. That's how you say his name.
Nacua. Yeah. I think, yeah.
Yeah, he's been killing it for the Rams. Like, he's broken a couple of rookie records already. And then they add Cooper Kupp on top of that. And Matthew Stafford's top 5 in passing yards already. So I'm a little worried about our secondary holding up against them. But like you said, we did have that signing, so that should help a little bit. But in terms of our offense against their defense, I think we should be fine. Our O-line will hold up against Aaron Donald pretty well. I'm just more worried about our secondary holding up against these two dominant receivers.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just have a weird gut feeling. Even if it maybe doesn't make sense on paper, the Eagles are just going to have a big game against the Rams. I think it's going to be a potentially 2 touchdown win. Now, a lot of people I think felt that way with Washington last week. I thought that they had potential to do it, but honestly, my thoughts going into the game is I didn't feel it that way because it's a division game. The Washington games always seem to be close, minus that Wentz game last year where they sacked him like 9 times. And even that game was like, I think, a 10-point win or something like that. So I don't know. Like, I don't feel that way really with division games, unless it's the Giants. I feel like we do have the Giants number, but Washington always gives us a little bit of fits, even though we usually come out with the victory. Dallas is obviously Dallas. We usually split with them every year, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like this could be a big game. It was good to see Hurts this past weekend, though, kind of come into his own element, because even though the defense struggled, it seemed like Hurts kind of got back to where he was last year a little bit.
Yeah.
Made really timely throws last week.
Yeah, and AJ Brown back in form, man.
Yeah, he's that dude.
He's been a little quiet.
That touchdown he had, man, when he made that sidestep, that cut, I'm like, wow.
Can we talk about the call though after the touchdown, guys?
What taunting?
Man,
he put the ball in his lap.
And they called that a taunt. Man, there's people that got away with a lot more than that. Like, it was crazy. They were like flapping, like doing the Eagles, like the fly, like I think the first scored a game. Who was it? Curtis Samuel. He did it, and then later on McLaurin, I think, did it. Like whoever. I know they did it a few times with the Eagles taunt and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what, dude? He just put the ball down. I understood the one last year, like when he did it to against the Steelers, where he did the points. Remember when he hit two guys and he went and they were all on the ground. He pointed at them. AJ Brown. I'm like, all right, but he literally put the ball in his lap, and they're just like,
that was crazy. That played a part in that last drive and them tying, I think, because they had 2 seconds left on the clock. What big of a difference do we think that call, if it wasn't made, do we think they would have ran out of time before they got to the end zone? Your opinions?
Because it's 15 yards and they needed every single second to score. So 15 yards is big, man. 15 yards is big. The refs really almost did influence that game, man. It's crazy. But you're right, man. Seahawks actually do have a relatively easy schedule, man, for a team that made it to the NFC Championship last year.
You mean 49ers?
Yes, my bad.
Yeah, they got. I couldn't believe it, man. When I looked at their schedule and during the off season, in the back of my head, I told myself, it's whatever. That doesn't affect us getting to the playoffs. That's what, man. All we gotta do, we gotta get to the playoffs any way we can. The rest, Eagles just gotta, be who they are. As long as we can get to those playoffs. So I'm like, all right, because everyone in our division essentially has a similar schedule. Maybe except the Giants, but the Giants are cheeks right now. But the San Francisco 49ers schedule right now and how things are with Joe Burrow, like you said, he's not himself. It really is. I really do think that it's going to have an impact on seeding moving forward, unless they're God forbid, I don't ever wish injury upon a team or anybody, but unless there's injury or something happens that's unforeseen with 49ers, I think that they're a very big, they're the number one candidate to get that number one seed, and that I find that very dangerous. I also find it interesting how, as I mentioned earlier, their fans have been popping off the mouth. The thing is, though, it's so easy to do that when you haven't really faced any adversity. It's going to come sometime during the season where some type of adversity, you know what I mean?
They got division games. They haven't even played any. Let me see who they played so far.
I think they played the Cardinals on Sunday.
Yeah, they played the worst. They just played the Cardinals. The Cardinals are the worst team in the division. They haven't played the Rams yet. They haven't played Seattle yet. That game in Seattle is going to be tough. Division games are close, so they haven't played any division games yet, other than that Cardinals game. And they have a favorable schedule. But yeah, I mean, you never know. Like you said, injuries, whatever. But I don't wish injuries on anybody. But I was gonna say, speaking of the Giants being cheeks, man, Giants fans are such crybabies. I was watching Philly 500 stream the other night when the Seahawks played them and they spanked them, and then Philly 500 was making fun of Bad Dog Sports or whatever, and the Giants fans were coming in calling Philly 500 fat and stuff. They're coming in there they were going there yo, stand up big boy, and stupid shit, bro. And he's yo, what do you want to show? I might as well start an OnlyFans over here. He's not laughing. He's just he is making fun of him. He's you're just such a bunch of babies. He's me and Bad Dog go back years. He's he's just upset because the Giants are losing. He's y'all are taking it so serious. And he pulled out like a kitten, and then like I even like comment on the stream. He put my comment on the screen. I was like, "Yo, you got to give Bad Dog one of them kittens." So he calms down, and he started laughing. He threw my comment on the screen. He's like, "I'm gonna ship him a box of kittens." I was like, dude, like they're just like the Giants fans are like hilarious. Like Molly, I think on First Takes the Giants fans, Stephen A is always ripping her, making fun of her like every day because they just suck. Like they had
when you have Daniel Jones as a quarterback, bro, what do you expect?
Dude, he's terrible. But I will say the offensive line is garbage. Like, he has no time back there. He's still not good. He's not a great quarterback. He's a mediocre quarterback. But they have not helped him at all, man. Like they don't know how to invest in like a line. That's like the same thing with freaking like Washington, man. All them years, like the Bills had 9 sacks against Sam Howell. Like they don't invest in their O-line like that. We're very blessed to have, like, as much as people hated Howie Roseman and stuff, man, we have a good like front office and stuff, man. We invest in our team and surround our quarterback with, a good O-line. That's important, man.
That's true. It's crazy how they're ruining like Saquon's career. Like Saquon's like a generational talent, but they never give him an O-line. It's like really crazy. He could have been like Barry Sanders.
He really could have.
O-line is just trash. It's been trash since he's been there.
With a running back, it's so crucial who you're drafted to, man. It really is, because running backs already got that short shelf life as it is, and then it's very crucial who you go to, man. Like Bijan Robinson, man, he's doing his thing, man, but he's in Atlanta, man. We'll see what Atlanta does over the next few years, man, because they're still a team that they're in essentially a complete rebuild. So we'll see, man. That might be a similar situation, coming down to it. He probably wishes he came to the Eagles for sure. You have an opportunity right off the bat.
Offensive line. Look what the O-line's doing for Swift. Like Swift, he's nice, but that O-line's giving him holes, man.
Yeah. I liked Bijan, man, but I am so happy, man, we got Jalen Carter, man. That dude, talk about a generational talent. That dude is like next level. Like they're already saying if he stays healthy his career, man, he could be like the next Aaron Donald, man. This dude is like ridiculous. He's lethal.
Dude, the SEC produces the best defenders, man. They either come from Georgia, Alabama, or Ole Miss, like, dude, or Tennessee. I don't know what it is about that conference, but they produce the best defenders, man.
Even Chris Sims, who like hated it, was hating on Jalen Hurts last year, said the Eagles got the steal of the draft. Like it's not even close. Like Jalen Carter is the best talent that came out of that draft. It's not even close. Like it's ridiculous, man. We're so blessed, man. We lose Hargraves and we go get Jalen Carter. It's like, dude, it's like we didn't even miss a beat. To be honest, Jalen Carter is probably gonna go down better than Hargraves. So it's like, for sure. I know Hargraves is a great player, man, but like I'm talking like generational talent with Jalen Carter. It's ridiculous. And now Jordan Davis is playing hella good, dude. So like our front is nice, man. We gotta tighten it up in the back in the secondary. That's where we gotta tighten it up.
I really want to see us against the Rams O-line because their Rams O-line is trash. So we could do some damage to Matthew Stafford. But he's been releasing the ball pretty quickly, so he's doing well. But we'll see.
That's probably why he's releasing the ball quickly. Man doesn't want to end up on his ass.
Yeah. And he's a vet. Like I'll be honest, Daniel Jones had no time, bro. I was watching again the other night. Even vets, bro, would struggle with that O-line. Like it's like as soon as it's like he hikes that ball back, it's just a gap, bro. Someone coming right for him. I'm like, dude, this is terrible. Like he had no chance, man. And Daniel Jones, like he can scramble if he gets outside like the pocket. Like he's actually got some speed, man, for like who he is. Like we've seen him have some runs, but he needs to be able to get out there. He doesn't have like the moves that like Hurts has, man, where he can like, dip and dodge. Daniel Jones isn't savvy like that. So like if you got a guy coming right down on him, dude, like he's in trouble. He literally just gonna curl up. It's bad, man. I'm happy for us, man. Like a lot of people I think thought with the Giants came back against the Cardinals are like, oh, the Giants are bad. Like, nah, man, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Washington is probably still going to be bad this year. They might hang in some games, but I don't think they're going to really be any. It's just going to be us and Dallas in the division, and Dallas looks sus, man. Yo, I was remember we were saying the other night, Mario and Rich. I was saying Shannon Sharp said, and this is critical to watch the rest of the season with Dallas. When Dallas's defense doesn't get takeaways, it's easy to beat. I don't want to say easy, but Dallas is very, very beatable. If you don't make mistakes and turn the ball over to their defense, you just get rid of the ball, you throw it away. Dallas, you force Dak Prescott to go a full field, man. They're very beatable, man. You saw the Cardinals were very smart with that, man. They didn't turn the ball over to Dallas, and you saw what happened. And that's just Arizona. That's not even like a good team. But you saw like the Patriots. They it was like a strip sack fumble return for a touchdown, pick six, like throwing letting the defense take the ball away. They counted for like 21 points. The defense alone, I'm like, Dallas is struggling in the red zone. It's going to be interesting, man. I don't worry about them, man. I really don't. I think when it comes down to it, the Eagles are going to take care of business against them. So maybe you're right, man. Maybe we do want to see Dallas maybe upset San Fran. I didn't realize San Fran's schedule was that easy. How I see it is it's a win-win. If Dallas wins, San Fran loses a game. It's nice. We gain some ground on San Fran. We obviously have to take care of our business. And then say we take care. I'm just saying, we say we take care of our business, and then say the other way, San Fran wins. We get 2 games up on Dallas in the division. So either way, it's a win-win for the Eagles. That's why I said you can't even stress about that game. Whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look at it as a positive either way. But I'm excited for the Birds. They got who do we got? We got LA. Then we got the Jets. No Aaron Rodgers. It should be relatively a cake. They got a good defense, but I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, they can run the ball on them.
They play strong at home too, man. They took the Chiefs to the limit last Sunday, so they're no joke at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest though, man. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Chiefs. The Chiefs just look weird, man. Patrick Mahomes missed a lot of throws the other night, dude. He just looked weird, man. His timing was off, and
might have his hangover, man. Super Bowl hangover.
Yeah, that Taylor Swift hangover, man.
What's going on?
Man? Got all the spotlight on him.
Yo, he's trying to throw the ball to the club box, man. Not down the field. That's what it is, dude.
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
He's hoping Taylor make a song about him. That's what it is.
Travis Kelce looked like garbage the other night, man. I was watching that game. He looked bad, man. I was like, yo, man, it's what is it like in basketball? The Kardashian effect. Now you got Taylor Swift effect, man. Dating on celebrities.
Yo, she might be helping us out, man. She's an Eagles fan.
Yeah, they said that. There's an insider. They said, yeah, she's just getting all the inside information for the Chiefs.
If Chiefs, I'll say this, and y'all can call me crazy, because last year Chiefs had #1 seed to get to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna make a crazy, maybe not so crazy to y'all. If Chiefs don't make #1 seed this season, I don't think they're gonna make it to the Super Bowl.
They might not.
I think the Bills can. I think the Bills will top them. I think the Bills are better than the Chiefs this year, and I think the Ravens are better than the Chiefs this year.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The Bills look absolutely ridiculous right now. We'll see. NFL is very weird, man. It's a week-to-week league. Sometimes, man, you saw the Dolphins put up freaking 70 on, then they lose to the Bills. Bills are a great team, though. Bills are a great team. They're proven. The Dolphins haven't proven anything. The Bills have been to AFC championships and stuff like that in recent years. But yeah, I don't know, man. Week-to-week league. If the Bills only blemish is you played that well the last few weeks, man. But why did you lose to the Jets? Maybe it was the shock factor that Aaron Rodgers went out mid-game. They weren't expecting it.
Game.
Yeah, it is. It is. But still, man, you lose a weird game like that. It did come down right to the wire. But I'm not going to lie. Bills look good. But I'm happy for them, man.
Interception. Yeah. Josh Allen turned the ball over 3 times.
I like Josh Allen too, man. So
I like him too, man. But you give the team 3 opportunities, man, to come back. I'm like, you don't.
Oh no, I was just saying how good they're playing. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, they had four turnovers in that Jets game.
And even with all that, man, it took all those heroics at the end, man, just to pull out the win. So if Josh Allen had played somewhat of a clean game, I think Buffalo would have smoked them out the water.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. He just turned the ball over. That's another thing, though, man. We'll see if Josh Allen, man, always in the big moments in the playoffs, man, he turns that ball over, dude. He's kind of like, I don't even want to put him in the same, breath as Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's nowhere near Josh Allen's level, but it's a turnover.
Brett Favre. That's a good comparison.
Big turnovers in big situations, man. Josh Allen, I think, had the most turnovers last year. Dak, I think, had the most interceptions. But if you look at complete turnovers, not just interceptions, but fumbles too, I think Josh Allen led the league, and I think Prescott was number 2. So as good as he is, man, he does turn the football over. Believe me, I want to see somebody new, man. I get so tired of Kansas City coming out of the AFC. It doesn't look like the Bengals are going to do that this year, man.
Oh no, they done. Bengals.
Honestly, I would love to see Miami, man. That'd be great to see a fresh face. I would be very happy for Miami.
Dude,
my only concern is Tua's health. If he can stay healthy, they have a great chance. If he goes down, I don't know who their backup quarterback is, but I mean, they got a great offense, man. Even though they got smoked up in Buffalo this past week, bro, seeing them put up 70 points against Denver, I was like, yo, that's why I'm dreadful, man, when they're going to come here, man, because I'm like, dude, Tyreek Hill's going to have a field day against our defense.
It's going to be a shootout, though, bro. I think that's going to be a fun game, man. You saw what the Bills were able to do to their defense, dude. That defense in Miami ain't good, man. It's like that's going to be a shootout. That's going to be like a 42, 45 type of game or something crazy, man. At least it looks like, because Miami's defense isn't any. They're they held Denver to 20 points, but Denver's freaking
garbage.
Dude, Denver has no O-line. There's no O-line whatsoever, dude. I feel so sorry for Russell Wilson because he's the scapegoat out there in Denver. Like, literally.
Everybody hates him.
Hey, come on, man. Yo, they won the Battle of the Basement last week. That should count.
The Battle of the Basement.
That should count for something, damn it.
If the defense can't make a stop, it's Russell Wilson's fault out there in Colorado. Somehow, it's the way he dapped that dude. The way he dapped that pass rusher up before he got on the field. I know he gave him bad luck. It's something like
Wilson's fault.
Yeah, somehow everything is Russell Wilson's fault in Colorado.
But people actually they're using Sean Payton too as a scapegoat as well. A lot of people airing him out as well. So
yeah, because a lot of people are just overhyping that freaking team, dude, to start the year. They're like, oh, Sean Payton got it. Dude, doesn't matter. That team's a dumpster fire, though, man. Like, they're just not I don't know. Like, did you see they had what was it, Russell Wilson's Let's Ride? Like, they said it's the saddest Let's Ride ever. Like, he's like, Broncos country. He's like, he walks away. He's like, Let's ride. Like, walking away. He had his head down. He's like, Let's ride. Like, they had all them memes. It was like Broncos country. Let's ride. He's like, Broncos country. As he's leaving, he's like, That's right. That's right.
Big contracts, man. These stupid teams with these big contracts on quarterbacks that are not showing up. And not to call out, I'm not talking about Russell Wilson, but like how we were talking about earlier about Daniel Jones. What is New York going to do when they gave him a huge contract? Like, what can you do?
Dude, they should have took that money and invested it in the offensive line.
The line, yes. That's
what they should have did instead of investing it in freaking Daniel Jones, who's a mediocre quarterback, man. You could have found another game manager, invested in offensive line. Like, that's how I see Daniel Jones. He's like game manager, man. Brian Dable's a good coach, but it even shows with Brian Dable, he can't do anything, man, with the talent they got, bro. They don't have like anything, dude. It's just
you saw him yelling at Daniel Jones on the sideline. He was going off on him, dude, on the sideline. And Jones just ignored him. Like, he just went to the bench and was ignoring him the whole time he's yelling at him. He just walked past him. It was bad.
He's probably like, I'm getting paid. I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he don't care. I don't think he care at this point.
No, you know who really don't care? Zach Wilson. Oh my God. It looks like he does not care. It's like everybody's just airing him out. Every TV show I see, they just airing Zach Wilson out. And he just like, yeah, he just don't care.
He's just like,
what?
Yeah. He had a good game on Sunday. I'll give him that.
He did. He did play well. So I respect him for pushing out all the noise because they were just airing him out.
Did they win?
Everybody. Yeah, the Jets won.
No, the Chiefs won.
They lost.
I will say this though, man. That
shit don't matter.
No, but I will say this: they had a very, very bad call towards the end, though, man. The Jets should have got the ball back. Mahomes threw it, and they called a really, really soft holding call on the Jets, and that allowed Kansas City to run out the clock.
Yo, Marius, keep the main thing the main thing.
Nah. Yo, going around the league, man. Yo, we were talking about the Broncos there. How many people wanted Russell Wilson here instead of Hurts? Like it's just thank freaking God. Like,
Oh
We didn't get
man,
him
thank
here.
God. Oh man,
Bro,
Seattle knew
those
it.
the people that hated Hurts like for no reason. Like I understand. Like I even in the beginning, all right, I was with Hurts. You already know I was on Hurts bandwagon from the beginning. I bought the Hurts season hat like the first second year
yeah,
he was playing. But yo, like, oh wait, shout out to LB by the way, the Hurts season hats. But
Will Brunson.
yeah, Lord Brunson. And besides that, there was a category of fans that liked Hurts off the bat because they realized what he had overcome at Alabama going into Oklahoma. So they had people were tracking him for a while. Even like Skip Bayless was talking about, Skip Bayless stated, and I give Skip Bayless props, like Hurts was going to be trouble for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Hurts was going to
Yeah,
be
he was a
trouble.
Hurts fan.
Yeah, and what happened is there's a category of fans that liked him. There's a category of fans that weren't so sure, and that was, I would say, was a good amount of fans that just didn't know. And then there was a group of fans. I call them the little Wentz boys. They're the little Wentz boys who they for some reason they didn't like Wentz's transition and how he got benched and Hurts came in and he took over from there. They just never really got over it. And I don't know, man. They just for some reason they don't like Hurts. They rather have Russell Wilson than Hurts. And Russell Wilson's older. He's more washed up. He's more so out of his prime. Whereas you got a quarterback that's growing every single season. Some of them. Listen, if Hurts has one or two bad games, I believe some of these people would come back up and resurface from out. I don't know where they go when Hurts does good, but I don't hear from them, and then they come back out when he has a couple bad games, and then I hear him echoing Russell Wilson again. Come over here.
You're gonna hear him calling out the crawl space. You're like, oh, what's that? Like you can hear him you hear some freaking coming out the crawl space. Now the Wentz boys, that's funny. I'll be honest. When Hurts was first signed, though, I didn't understand the move. I didn't understand why they drafted him. I was like, yeah, at first, I'll be honest.
Me too.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I questioned it because I'm like,
Same.
what?
I was like, we got Wentz. Like, what?
Yeah, everybody was like, Howie, what are you doing, man? Like nobody saw that like at the beginning, but then as you started to see him play, like people just started turning on Wentz in the locker room. Like you could tell, like Alshon Jeffrey was the first one to vocalize it. A lot of people thought Alshon Jeffrey was a cancer because of that, but I think we've talked about that before. So, but it was he was right, man. It's just he just
I guess look around the league, bro. Nobody wants to sign Wentz. He's a free agent.
Yeah, look at him now.
Nobody even wants him as a backup quarterback, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, the Jets
played in a small market too.
They
in North
said that
Dakota.
like his agent reached out to the Jets and the Jets declined.
Dang.
Yeah, they'll take Zach Wilson over him, which is crazy.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
It is. Yeah, I don't like it's wild, man. It's like crazy where we've come though now. Like and now, like we don't have to even worry about that no more. So now it's like we have a solid quarterback, but yeah, no, Wentz is he played in a small market in North Dakota. You got a quarterback in Jalen Hurts who's played Alabama and Oklahoma. That's actually going to be a really good matchup when we play the Dolphins too, man. You got to understand two Bama quarterbacks and Jalen Hurts and Tua going to be going up against one another. They were friends and they were good friends. So it's going to be a very interesting matchup. The good thing is it's in Philly. So they have to come here to the link.
That's the one good thing about our schedule, man. With the exception of Kansas City, all the tough games that we got, bro, all them teams coming to the link. Buffalo, Miami, San Francisco, even though we have to play them, at the very least, we'll be home when we play them.
Yeah, the only two tough ones we have on the road are Kansas City and Seattle. Seattle, just because they give us fits, man. I don't know what it is, especially when they're home. I don't think we've beaten Seattle, they said, since 08 or 09 or something like that. Yeah, it's been like 15 years, man. So it was the Russell Wilson, Pete Carroll era. So, it was Legion of Boom and all that. Different squad, obviously, but, they still seem like they have a very young, motivated defense over there. And, Pete Carroll is still a good coach. So that one could be a tough one. Could be a trap game towards the end of the season. And it's the second game on the road. We go to Dallas on December 10th, and then we go right up to Seattle the next week. So it could be tough. Yeah, it's just a tough stretch, man. You look at it here, like right after the bye, you got Kansas City, Buffalo, San Fran, Dallas, Seattle. Those 5 games.
Man, we gonna be 9 and what? We gonna be what 9-0 going into that. I'm not.
Yeah, I think we really will be. The only tough one's going to be the Dolphins. We do have Dallas. It's in Philly though, the first one. So those
That's
two.
all right. That's okay. I expect Dak to do Dak things. He'll turn the ball over against our defense.
Dude, ironically, Dak does play good against the Eagles. I don't know what his record is.
Yeah, y'all remember that play last year? When he threw against that double team?
He almost lost to Minshew in my book last year. That's not too impressive to me.
Yeah, man.
And he ducked Hurts, and he almost lost to Minshew. Like for me, if listen, I think y'all gonna call me weird, crazy, whatever y'all want to call me. I think we sweeping the Cowboys this year. And remember, I said that. I'm dead serious because
I'm clipping this.
I don't think
why.
I don't think the officials are going to allow us to win that game against Dallas. I think Jerry Jones
not the one in Dallas.
The zebra game.
That's the only way. What Marius just said, that literally, I'm dead serious. That's the only way.
This one too. You got to protect the football. If you let Dallas's defense get the turnovers, you lose. See,
it's no Diggs, and we got a run game on them where Parsons.
Well, you saw they didn't have Diggs this week, man. You saw what happened. Like that front is disgusting. I will say, if we take care of the football, we just play our football, we win. If we don't take care of the football, it could be problems. Shannon Sharp was spot the frick on when he said that. Like that was spot on. Dallas, it's already shown that through 4 weeks. If Dallas's defense can't get a turnover or two, they lose. They get the turnovers
because they can't score touchdowns. That's what it is.
Their offense just doesn't. It seems stagnant, man. Especially in the red zone.
They have those long drives, man. They settle for field goals. You can't win games like that.
Yeah, the only way Dak's getting touchdowns, man, is if he's throwing past 25 yards into the end zone. He's had like I think one of those this year. So in the red zone, though, I don't think they have a touchdown. They struggle in the red zone. They're so far from 4 games.
Rich, I would love to see that, man. Sweeping Dallas. Oh my God, dude.
It's been a while since we've done that. Even the year we won the Super Bowl, we didn't do that because we rested our starters the final week. But yeah, Dak Prescott is 8-3 in his career against the Eagles. It's so weird, man. He has terrible games against other teams, but he's 8-3 against us, man.
You see, yeah, he balls out.
Yeah, he balls out against the Eagles. I will say that, man. He steps up in those games. But we didn't get to see a Prescott-Hurts game last year, man. The one game Hurts is out when Prescott played, and then, Cooper Rush was in the game when Hurts did play. So we didn't get to see a Dak Hurts game last year. So we're, 3 weeks away? 4 weeks away? I think 4 weeks away. So hopefully both teams are healthy. I want full strength. Obviously, minus, Trayvon Diggs ain't going to be there, but that's not an excuse.
I say 9-0 going into week 10 unless the Dolphins carve us up. Unless the only way I can see us not being 9-0 going in week 10 is if Desai doesn't adjust to the way that he's been playing a defense. And that's 10 yards off, 8 to 10 yards off coverage where people can do quick curl routes and do slants on them all day and they pick them, bend, don't break. I understand that. But it comes to a point where you're just getting picked apart all game. The other opposing team, if they have a good quarterback, they're going to run the stats up on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they play way too much soft coverage, man. When I was watching that Commanders game, dude, way too soft, man. Those guys were I'm not surprised that the secondary got picked apart.
I'm not gonna lie, man. It reminded me of Jonathan Gannon, man, with the soft coverage, letting him go down the field, man. Don't break. I'm not gonna lie. Desai, that was the first game. Desai kind of looked like Jonathan Gannon, man. Just he let Sam Howell just look like a stud, man, just leaving the field wide open to him. And that is something that Gannon would have done last year. He did the same thing. I don't know what it is, man, but it's like that bend don't break type of mentality, man. But you know what? You don't do that with a rookie quarterback, man.
I blitz every play. I will
put it on man coverage.
Put the pressure on him.
Yeah, man coverage, 0 blitzes.
That's what I'm saying. He's not a veteran. Vets who are savvy, honestly, like a Stafford, you might try to blitz him, but he is a veteran. He does have a Super Bowl ring, and they're a little bit more savvy because he's a vet. A guy like Sam Howell, man, no, you bring the house more times than not.
Coverage.
Man coverage, yep.
Disguise blitzes, double McLaurin.
Exactly.
Come on now. Come on. I got to see that.
McLaurin always cooks us. Yo, I bet Rob got to see that in person, man. McLaurin always cooks us every single time.
Mm-hmm. He's a good receiver, man.
If he wasn't on Washington, man, if he was on, say, a Kansas City, man, he'd be lethal.
Jesus Christ, Mo. I don't even want to. That offense be scary, dude. If he went to Kansas City.
Yeah, if you see, that's what I'm saying. He's like essentially like has his career kind of being wasted in Washington too, kind of like Saquon in like New York.
In New York, yeah.
They're wasting each other's career. I mean, receivers luckily have a longer career, but it seems like they're running back. But I don't know, guys. We definitely have to catch that Dallas game on November 5th if y'all are around. 4:25 game. That's going to be an interesting one, man.
I'm definitely down for that one, man.
That closes us out too. I think we saw the last game last year.
Y'all got any more of them easy teams?
Yo, I remember the ones when it used to have Romo with like the apple pies coming out of the oven, and it's like hey, like it was like apple turnovers, like it'd be like got those turnovers ready. Yeah, you need it for Dak.
Yeah, Rich, I'm surprised he doesn't have a yogurt next to him in that meme.
I know, right?
Yo, yeah.
They going. Listen, man. San Fran is. I'm going to be rooting for Dallas this one game of my whole life. But, like, I feel like San Fran probably going to expose them. And even if they, like you said, it's a win-win, like, I'll be laughing, bro. I'll be laughing the whole time.
Is that game in Dallas or San Fran?
It's in San Fran. It's a Sunday night game.
Good luck to Dallas, man. I'm just being honest, man.
Yeah, we're the 4:25 game, and then Dallas plays right after us.
I'll be honest, I don't give Dallas much of a shot. Dallas also doesn't play very good on the road.
I mean, you never know, though, man. I mean, they played San Francisco, though, very close in that divisional round game in the playoffs last year, man. If Dak Prescott, if he could somehow play, Dallas could have easily won that game, dude. I mean, San Francisco only won by one possession, so you never know.
Yeah, I'm surprised by Purdy this year too. He's balling.
He looks good, man. He's
balling.
Listen, man. When you got Christian McCaffrey back there, bro, you always gonna be balling, dude. My man's had 4 touchdowns against Arizona, dude.
McCaffrey's nasty, man.
Yeah. Dude, he is. Even the game last year, man, where we won in the NFC Championship, he still got himself a touchdown. Remember that one run, man? It was nasty, bro. He broke like 4 tackles.
For like 6 tackles.
Dude, if I was McCaffrey, I would have just said, "Fuck it." I'm like, I'm playing quarterback in this game.
Dude, he landed in such a great situation over there. He was already a stud in Carolina, and dude, now that he landed over there in San Fran, dude, he fits that scheme perfect, dude. Like,
John Lynch deserved the Manager of the Year award for getting that trade, man. I get him.
That trade was ridiculous.
Panthers
got nothing out of that.
Yeah, that and the AJ Brown trade, man. Him and Howie deserve to share that award for Manager of the Year.
Yeah, they literally fired the GM for the Titans last year after AJ Brown went off on them when we
played. The Eagle fans were making fun of the Titans GM, bro. They were making fun of him doing the stands.
Yeah, I think the owner fired the GM right after that game, man. He was like, he probably brought him in the office and said, "What the hell were you thinking?" Like,
he probably showed him AJ Brown's stats. Like, look at this. Look,
dude, we got him for almost like nothing, man. It's crazy. Like, it's insane, dude. We didn't even give up much to get him. Like, it's I don't know, man. You know what though? San Fran being a good team, it does make for an exciting NFC showdown, bro. It's gonna be a good one, boys.
Am I running back this year? What do we see?
It might be a repeat of that NFC Championship. You know, we just hope that we got the home foot because San Fran does have a good home field, man. They do have a lot of loyal fans out there in the Bay.
I know, but those fans are so annoying, man. Oh,
they are.
Dude.
They are. Man, we've been so much talking about the Eagles, man. We haven't even gotten like 10, 15 minutes, so I got to talk about some Phillies here. I mean, the Phillies, I think we don't have the whole season to talk about those, so the Phillies are pretty quick, man. The Phillies took care of business, man. So here's the thing. I knew a lot of people didn't want to play the Marlins because they had our number all season, but Citizens Bank Park, just like the Link, very difficult to play in the playoffs. Like, it's another vibe. They actually broke down the cost of all the wild card round like seats. I think it was the Twins versus I forget who the Twins played.
They played the
the Rangers played the Rays. The Twins played who the Twins play? They played
Was it Toronto?
Yeah, Blue Jays. So they broke down them two. This tickets were like $30, $10 for like the cheapest tickets, and then they broke down the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Milwaukee Brewers, and the seats were like I think like one of them was like $5 or $6. The minimum ticket for the Phillies was $191. Like, what a difference! Like $191 was the minimum ticket for like the Phillies game. Like, see what I'm saying though? Like that was just a wild card round. Like we're both different. Like I know the Rays didn't even have like almost 10,000 people in their stands in their own playoff game. The Phillies had like 40,000, man. Like it's a big difference, and it's a big difference in Philadelphia. Like you come into there, and they had their one guy. It was a Jazz Chisholm. And they were like, you got the spaceship chain around your neck. He's like, yeah, because I'm like from another planet, like who's from the Miami Marlins? He's like, yeah, I'm from another planet, man. I'm out here having fun, man. But they ain't seen nothing like me, dude. He went what is it, 0 for 8 in the whole, or no, it was 0 for 10, 0 for 9, 0 for 10 in the whole series.
That's a good stat,
dude. Like he just came in here talking so much trash before the game. He's like, oh, I love it that these fans are crazy. He's like, it makes me even more like motivated. And then like 0 for 9. Like,
dang,
dude, that's what I said. Like, it's different. I really do. I don't know how much y'all like watch the Phillies, but I think if the Phillies beat the Braves in this upcoming series, I think they're going to win the World Series. I think that they're playing the toughest team in the whole playoffs. The 5 games. So this round is going to be a 5-game series. First 2 in Atlanta. Next 2, I think that's how it is. 2-2-1. Actually,
it's a 5-game series. Yeah.
But I don't know if it's 2. I don't know if it's
no, it's 2-2, and then the last one will be in Atlanta if it goes to 5, which I'm pretty sure it probably will.
It's looking good though, man. We got Ranger Suarez going for game 1, but then we got Wheeler in that game too. A lot of people were saying if the Phillies split in Atlanta, that we're going to win that series because they think that they think Atlanta's not going to be able to come into the bank and win. It's just built different, man. When they got to come here to Philly, it's so different. That's crazy, man. We might be seeing a parade if they can get past Atlanta.
Wow. That'll be
we need it because
we missed like 4 parades last year. So.
Dude, like unbelievable. The Eagles one was the closest. Actually, I'll say that. The Eagles was super close, but I know.
Please don't mention it. Please don't mention it. It's like now, go ahead.
I think Rich and Mario knowing about the Union, man. The Union were 60 seconds away from the title, man. They had 1 minute left in extra time. And they freaking gave up a goal and went to overtime.
It was the Gareth Bale, though, to be fair. I believe it was Gareth Bale.
Yeah, it was like 45 seconds.
Yeah, but bro, they were down 10 men, man. You can't do that shit, man. That's inexcusable, dude.
They were down. Yeah, they didn't even have a full squad, and you lose out of a goal, man. Like that's crazy,
man. Oof. That game hurts, Steve. That game really hurts, man.
45 seconds, man. I was like, it's in the bag. It's over.
At least we would have had to celebrate a trophy last year, man. We didn't get a chance to do that.
You guys can blame George, man. He called me. We were talking about the Miami trip, and he called me when the Union were about to win the game. And guess what, man? He's like, yo, I'm out front of your house. And I'm like, yo, wait, I'm watching the game, man. I was like, I'll meet you after. And, dude, as soon as he calls me, the Union give up a goal. I'm like, sure. He's like, oh, yeah, the Union are playing in the final game. Like, oh, yeah, because, like, he watches soccer. Like, he's not, like, an MLS guy. Like, he don't watch, like, MLS soccer. He watches European soccer and stuff. So he's like, oh, man. He's like, oh, he calls me. And I'm like, the Union just let up a goal. 5 minutes later, he texts me, oh, damn, the Union just let up a goal. I'm like, bro, I know. I'm watching it at the house. That was 5 minutes ago. Man, I always, like, bust his balls. I'm like, man, like, dude, you called right at the wrong time.
Yeah, he better not be coming over those Eagle games now, man. I don't trust it.
Where was that final at? Where was the final at? Does anyone remember? Was it in LA or?
It was in LA. Yeah, it was in LA.
Bro, why did they do that? Was that like on purpose? Like,
no, I think what happened was they came down to it was either a better conference record or a goal difference.
Yeah, because we had the same record, but
it was the same. Yeah, it was the same amount of points, and I think the head-to-head they were tied. But I think it was either the conference record or the goal difference. I don't remember which one it was, but that's what was the tiebreaker. So LA had.
I feel like finals should always be at a neutral zone.
Like, it should, man. I don't know why they do it like that either.
Like all their fans, because it was definitely all LA. That definitely affects. You know what I mean? Because at least like Philadelphia Union fans, similar to Eagles fans, they travel too. Like they do a pretty good job.
I'm gonna be honest, man, but just think of it the other way, man. If the Union would have got that home field for the final, man, the stadium would have been rocking.
Oh, we would have won that.
We would have won that game.
100% rocking down there in Chester.
Rocking.
They have an opportunity to get back there this year too, man. We'll see, man. Miami's gonna be tough, man. With Messi,
they got to get in the playoffs, man.
Miami's at the bottom. I don't think they'll make it.
Okay, so
Cincinnati's looking real good.
That's a break. That's a break if Miami doesn't get in, man.
You heard Messi's up for award, and he's only played 2 MLS League games. He played that one tournament they won, but like really official like MLS League games, he's only played 2, and he's in running to get a trophy, like not a trophy, but like a award. I was like, this is complete BS, man.
Complete BS.
I couldn't believe
The
it.
Messi effect.
I know, man. I'm actually kind of curious what the standings are looking like for the MLS.
Yeah, well, I think we're in second place now with the win last night. I'm pretty sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, but I'm pretty sure we're in second place. I don't think we're gonna catch Cincinnati. I think they're like 8 or 9 points ahead of us.
We're right behind. So we got 56 points. Orlando City has 57.
Oh, okay. Orlando. Okay, you know what it was? I think Orlando played after us last night, so they must have won. I must have not seen the game.
Yeah, they got 1 point up on us, and then Cincinnati has 65 points. Yeah, so we're not going to catch Cincy.
Nah, we ain't going to catch Cincy.
That's okay. The Union are still in it, though, man. Like I'm excited, man.
No, we're in it. We're going to be in it, but the difference is last year we were number 1, so we had the road to the finals to the East Cats come through us. Now, most likely, we're going to have to go play in Cincinnati.
Yeah. Man, but you got some playoff soccer, obviously playoff baseball. Playoff baseball is just different, man. It's like it's weird, dude. Like it's just
you can't, bro. You can't compare the MLS, man. It's not the same.
Nah, playoff baseball is different, and then obviously playoff football, like just next level, man. Eagles fans are crazy. Yeah, man. I think the Phillies are in a good spot, man. I'm happy. I was Rob. I don't know if you were on the call before that. I was before we went live, but I originally thought that the Phillies were playing Saturday and Sunday, 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh man, it's going to interfere with the Birds, but they're actually, I think they did this on purpose. They put the 6 o'clock slot on Saturday and then skipped a day and then put the next game 2 on Monday. So I'm like, all right, they did that on purpose to probably not interfere with the football games and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's the case. Then games 3 and 4 will be Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, let me look.
Then game 5, I'm assuming, will be on Saturday.
Philly schedule. That's a good question. I don't know if they've gotten that far. Yeah, you're right. So Wednesday, Thursday would be games 3 and 4 in Philly, and yes, you're right. Game 5 would be on Saturday, October 14th. So wow, man, that's gonna be exciting. I'll have to try to catch that. I'm gonna have to try to catch that game on Saturday, but. Rich, I know you guys got some paintballing going on Saturday, right? This is Saturday, right?
Yeah, this Saturday, October the 7th. We got paintball going starting at 10:30 a.m. You know what I'm saying, out here in PA. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be fun. I got my military gear. I got, just certain things, that I remember from the last time I went paintball I'm going to need. So I'm definitely going to be ready. We're going to be probably going against people we don't know. So,
oh God, I'm going to turn on the news and do a mass casualty event at paintballing tournament.
yeah, man.
I've been seeing the group chat, man. Group chat's been funny. I saw your picture. You said me versus y'all in paintball. Yeah, the other fool all dressed up all weird looking.
Yeah, to do it. Yeah. But that's what it's all about, is meeting with friends and family and enjoying that time together. Just got a new car. I can't,
man. Yo, congrats, man. God's good.
Yeah, God's good,
brother. I saw the video. I saw the photos on Instagram.
The car is gorgeous, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got my favorite color too, man. I always wanted a blue car.
Good look on the bull, Rob, too. Giving you a ride up, man. Looking out, man. Good
looking out. I had to give that shout out.
Man, it's a shame, bro. I had like a full work day, man, Monday. Or I would have definitely do it because it's weird, man. Tuesday was a little lighter, man. Had it been Tuesday, bro, I could have just gave you a ride up there, man, middle of the day.
Monday is a big ask.
So yeah, Monday's busy.
Yeah, I work from home, so I was like, yeah, I got you, bro. So, and I have a couple friends up there in Reading, so when he left, I'm gonna visit them. So.
Oh yeah, so it's worth the trip. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. So man, that's what's up, dude. Yeah, that's a beauty, man. I'm glad it turned out nice, man. So that's does that one have the drop top or no? Right? No, right?
Nah, this time around, I wasn't really gonna bother with the drop top, and I just think for the price and mileage, the price, the look of the vehicle is just worth it for me. I've always wanted that body, that type of body cut of the S197 Mustang. That's just something I've wanted for a long time. Rob, you already know. I settled for less a couple of times actually, and I was like,
It's cut.
wish I could have got it, and I finally got it. The third time's a charm. You know what I'm saying?
Cut nice, man. Yo, it's clean too, and I like the blue. Yo, I remember you were saying the other week, yeah, I had what was it, the Toyota or the Hyundai? The nice blue came up on, what was it, on Sunday, man? You said it was the same color. Yeah, dude, get that baby tinted, man. That thing's gonna look fire, bro. With
For
the
real,
blue,
bro.
the contrast with the tint, dude, it's gonna look nice, man. It's gonna be clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Man,
I got a blackout.
y'all gonna motivate me to get my S class now, man. I gotta compete.
Marius, we gotta get sports cars now, bro. We gotta step the game
Yeah,
up.
we gotta get the whole
I'm getting me
game.
the S class,
Sports
man. I'm gonna
cars.
put all y'all out of business. That's
No
why.
dealers, no dealers, no banks.
Dude, dealers
Go
just
on,
screw you,
go on the
man.
marketplace. Go up there, shake somebody's damn hand, and give them that cash. As long as you have your the code reader, which you already know, Rob, the code reader. As
Yeah, I
long as
got
you
one of
have the
those.
code, yeah,
Yeah.
get you a code reader. Get you, if you need to, get somebody who's mechanically inclined to go there and look at the car with you too. And you'll be good. It's better off than these are the same cars that they're selling at the dealerships and giving, what I mean, giving you more money. A little finance talk right here
That
on Locked In.
That's what I was gonna say, man. If you can go to like the marketplace and buy something outright, like it's better that way, man. Because if you go to a dealership, man, with a sports car, man, they're gonna finance it. Especially if you get something new, dude. Those payments gonna be expensive, man. What they're gonna get you for, and then yeah, I listened to like this one channel on YouTube. It's called Financial Audit, and the dude brings people on willingly, and they talk their expenses and debts and stuff. Man, it's crazy the amount of debt that people go in for cars. Man, $1,000 car payments and shit. Man, it's terrible, dude. That affects you when you go to buy a home. Like most people don't understand, man. They're renting and stuff, dude. Like say you got student loan payments on top of that, like. And then say you got $1,500 in expenses, man, your mortgage is affected about what you can afford by that type of debt. Most people don't understand that, man. You got $1,000 car payment. And then say your girl, some of these people got on there, then their girl got $1,000 car payment. It's like $2,000 in debt just off vehicles. And a lot of them, some of the people on there have 14% interest, 12%. I'm like, high interest debt, dude, terrible. So you're smart, man. You dude, you got it off the marketplace. And like you said, you have the code reader, somebody mechanically inclined. That's a smart move.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. It's just not worth it. The give and the take is just not there for me. I had a girl on Instagram comment to me. She said, you're on your seventh car." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on my seventh car because I don't mess with these middlemen." And you can get so many cars so much faster, and then I could even like I'll even tell you I could probably resell that car I just got for a profit if I wanted to right now, but I don't want to because that's the car I wanted. That's like one of my dream cars. But you know you could resell a lot of car, and that's why I end up in another car so quickly because I kind of get bored sometimes. But I you always resell even you get even with which or get at least some of it back or majority of it back. But oftentimes I sell at a profit oftentimes, and that's how I'm able to end up with another vehicle and pay off some bills on top of that. So it's God is good, man. It's just been a blessing, man. And I look forward to having this car for a long time. um, I look forward to many more vehicles that I'll be driving in the future, man. But if anyone needs any help, like I said, I'm here for y'all. Y'all already know.
Oh yeah.
Um, just give me a model or something that y'all like, man. I'm the type of person that will be sending y'all like, DMing y'all listings and things of that nature that are affordable.
And that's the thing, man. You enjoy your car. Like, your car is like, you don't, whenever I like drive somewhere far, man, because I love my car, I don't care, man. It's comfortable, man. I got a comfortable ride, man, something smooth. It's like, and like, I actually don't mind like riding my car, man. So it's like a car's an investment, man, but it's like smart, man. Cause a lot of people, they just go into crazy debt for it. Like I didn't finance a vehicle till last year, man. I was 29 years old, man. I always had like a car that was built outright. And even what I financed, man, with my credit and stuff, and I put money down, my payment's not really that high at all. So like and I got a car that was like 4 years old at the time, but it had like not high mileage on it. So it's like I didn't get something brand new. I didn't get a 2022 last year. Like a lot of people do that. It's like they have to have the newest car. And it's like your payment though. Somebody like I know they got like an Acura. It was like a $55,000. Like and like if you're not putting anything down on that vehicle, like I don't care how good your credit score is. That's a high payment, man. Like people always want to be driving Benz and other stuff. It's like if you can't even put anything down towards it, you can't afford it.
Yeah,
I've been fortunate, man. Both my Hondas I bought outright, bro, and y'all know how much I love the other Honda that I have, man.
Yeah, I got a Kia, bro, and I love it. You know what I
That
mean?
V6 engine, man. Whoo!
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Steve,
no reason.
Steve, you rode back with me from the shore, man. You know, you saw how fast I went, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disclose how fast we were going. We're going.
Oh shit, I forgot, bro. We live.
For that old vehicle, bro. That we were going dangerously fast.
I think we all have V6s. V6 is good.
I actually don't anymore, man. Surprisingly, I had a V6 with my Toyota, bro, the 02, and now I got a 2018 Kia Optima EX, but like it's actually I think a V4. It's not a V6. So, But you know what? I can't even tell sometimes, man. Like my thing, I pick up speed very quickly, and like it's a clean. Like I don't know, man. But like
it might be turbocharged.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man, but it's it's smooth. It's a comfortable ride, man. I like all the features that comes with it, man. It's got the nice dual roof and all that stuff, man. It's just like it's a comfortable ride, man. It's nice, man, when you're taking a long trip or something like that. It's like, and I'm not breaking the bank on it, man, which is like that's the smartest thing, man. Of course, I could go finance a Mercedes or a BMW or something, and I could put money down on it and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, I don't even have a house yet, man. I'm trying to get my own house and stuff like that. It's like it doesn't make sense for me to be, driving a freaking Mercedes, a brand new Mercedes. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah. Right.
There's no reason. I would love to get me an S-Class, man. Those S-Classes from like back in the day, man. Like the late 90s, early 2000s, bro, when they had like Mercedes feel to it, dude. I can't wait to get one of those in the near future.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason your car payment should be like a mortgage every month. Like that's ridiculous.
So stupid. It doesn't. Yeah. At least with a mortgage, it builds you equity, man. It's a appreciating asset. Whereas this is finance 101. As soon as you take a car off the lot, it depreciates.
Yeah, it's a lot of condo. It's a lot of condo and house car payments.
Yeah, it's honestly crazy, man. $1,000 is absolutely ridiculous.
Wait, yeah, you can actually wait. So that guy that bought the Acura, he didn't put any money for a down payment?
You don't need to, man. If you
don't need to. Wow. Okay.
You can finance it if you can pay the payment. I mean, here's the thing: I could make $1,000 payment. Why would I? It'd be absolutely terrible. Like it's just you're trying to buy a house that looks bad, and majority of the time that's not the only debt that somebody has. If you went to school and stuff, you're probably paying down student loans if you haven't paid them all down already. If you're a couple and you go and buy a house together and you look at all the debt combined, if your spouse has debt too, that goes into it too. So that all factors into. I know Rob knows this for sure. Like that factors into your mortgage and what you can afford. They look at your debt, what your monthly debts that you owe. So it's not car insurance or phone bills or anything like that, but like outstanding debts. If you got credit card payments, if you have student loan debt, if you got car payment debt, that all then when you're going to buy a house.
Very true.
On what you can afford. So, but hey, Rich, I'm happy for you, bro. Yeah, now you and Rob, I know you already had the drop top, but Rob got the Marrow, man. Y'all riding in style, man. Me and Mario gonna have to our game and get some sports cars now.
I do got a sports car. I got a Honda Accord V6, bro. I'm good.
Well, I'm gonna have to upgrade my car and get the V6, man. All right.
That Kia is comfortable, dude. You got a 2018, bro. You can't sleep on that. I seen your car. I've been in the inside and the interior, bro. It's top class.
I love that sunroof, man. That's the one thing I love, dude. They made that Kia right, dude.
They did.
Yeah, I was when I first got it, the one Dunkin' guy like that I go to get my coffee at Dunkin'. He's like looking inside and stuff. He has a Lexus and he was looking inside. He's like, man, it's built like a Mercedes, like a BMW inside. He's like, man, just slap the BMW on like the on the steering wheel. He's like, you would never even be able to tell.
Seriously, dude.
Yeah,
that's
really
a newer model, man. That's new. That's up there, So I 100%. Like for me, I would have got that car. Like no fronting, I would have had that car. I would have got something sporty on top of that, but I would have that car. Like that's a car that I would drive every day.
Yeah,
and
And every day.
And it depends what you value. Like me and Rich, we're sport car guys. We're car guys, so like we're gonna invest into what we like,
Exactly.
But like it's kind of a guilty pleasure. Like it's not, to be honest, it's not something that's financially returning us money. Like my Camaro drinks gas like water. Like it's ridiculous how much gas I gotta put in this stupid car. So like financially, it's not smart, but like I make enough money to have fun with a piece of my money. So
exactly,
I'm gonna that's my guilty pleasure. I'm gonna enjoy sports cars, putting money in the cars, but
exactly.
I don't kill myself for it to keep up with the Joneses. So.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. You don't break the bank, but at the same time, you work hard for your money, man. You make enough money where you can comfortably able to drive that car. You're not absolutely breaking your bank. You're not in a financial stranglehold. You know what I mean? You're living your life, man, and you're enjoying something that you like.
Yeah.
But
it's not a financially smart car, just to let everybody know. It drinks gas.
Yeah. If you're struggling with paycheck to paycheck, not a car to be driving.
Do not get that car.
Nah. Be smart. Maybe down the line, but be smart with your money now, and then maybe that's an investment in the future. You know what I mean? So be smart.
Now I would encourage people to get into debt. I think that's a good thing. Yeah. Go out there and get that car, man. Who cares if you ever end up on the street? It's like Rob said, guilty pleasure.
Marius said, YOLO, you only got one shot.
Thomas said the maintenance of a Mercedes isn't worth it. I'm happy with my 2016 Fusion. Yeah, especially if you can't afford it. So there's people that make enough money that they enjoy the luxurious ride of a Mercedes Benz. So if you can afford to drive a Mercedes Benz,
do it.
Hey, by all means.
I agree with the maintenance aspect of that comment, man. It's just that I've always been like a huge Mercedes lover, man. That's always been something on my mind. And I'm pretty sure that's most likely going to be like, I'm definitely going to keep a Honda for at least the next 2 to 3 years. But I'm like thinking about maybe like keeping it and then just getting the S-Class on the side and just driving the S-Class on the weekends.
Right. Yeah.
But they're right though, man. Maintenance, man. As much as I love German cars, bro, they're a pain in the ass, dude.
Oh my God, they're the worst,
man.
My
brother had
a C-Class, right, Rob?
My brother had
E-Class.
a C-Class, man. It wasn't even S-Class, dude. He had a C-Class, man. That shit was in the shop like a good amount, dude.
Oh, your brother?
Yeah, he had a C-Class.
Yeah, it's the worst. I regret buying that Mercedes. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is.
It was like a flex move too. Like most people buy a Mercedes, they're like, "Oh man, look at me! Like look what I'm driving and stuff." And people start to. The crazy thing is though, man, you see Mercedes like everywhere now, man. Like it's like, is it really even like? I know that the name comes with the brand, but you see like a ton of Mercedes and BMWs, at least like in Northeast Philly. Like I see them all the time. Like I got people probably just go up and down my streets, bro. Like every few cars, Mercedes, BMW, man. It's like you're not really standing out like crazy. Rich actually saw there one person had a Corvette. Now that stands out a little bit, like the one person around the block from me. But it's like they have to keep it in the driveway because kids around and stuff, man, can bash the windows and stuff.
You're playing a little too close to it, man. The last time we saw it.
Yeah, so it's but it's not like it's crazy. I mean, obviously it's a nice ride stuff, but most people buy things to keep up, like Rob said, keep up with the Joneses. And that's the thing. Do what makes you happy as long as you can financially afford it, but don't do it for anybody else.
Yeah. Can we talk about these? Can we talk about these Phillies though? And ATL because I got some players on ATL. I got some fans on ATL that been talking reckless on BR. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Bleacher Report. How do we feel about this Phillies team going into that Atlanta matchup?
I feel good, man. I think it's going to be a long series. I think it could go 5 games. I do agree. If the Phillies get 1 of 2 in Atlanta, I think if they come back to the bank, it could potentially be over. But Atlanta's a really solid team too. Their pitching's a little shaky right now. Their bats are ridiculous though. Obviously, they could absolutely kill you on the offensive end. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. A lot of people are saying if the Phillies can get past the Braves, this is probably going to be your toughest test. If you get past the Braves, you can win the World Series. But I'll kick it back to you, Rich. What are your thoughts on this series coming up?
I don't like the extensive taunting that the Atlanta players do. I'm not too fond of. I really want to beat this team, to put it in short terms. Like I really, just the attitude of the players when they were in Philly. it's kind of it's
Eagles Cowboys type of rivalry. Yeah, Phillies Braves, Eagles Cowboys. It's almost like that type of rivalry. That's what it's getting to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And I just feel like it was one particular player. I forgot his name because he doesn't really matter.
Probably Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yeah, is that the one who was like celebrating as he was going around bases when he hit a home run last time he was?
You know what though, man? I actually like it, man. I think it makes it fun. It makes it interesting. And you know what? Last year, a lot of Braves fans bring up a good point. When Rhys Hoskins hit the home run, he threw the bat down the first base line, like celebrating and stuff. So I think it makes it fun. Topper, Rob Thompson, he was a little upset about it and stuff like that. They were saying, but I think it's it's fun, man. Of course they're gonna taunt, man. It makes the rivalry fun though, man. It's gonna make Saturday 6:07. It's gonna be very interesting, man. Like I think it makes it fun. It makes it fun, dude.
It's gonna be crazy, man. I believe in our pitchers, man. I've seen a huge improvement in the pitching in the dugout. I seen a huge improvement in the batting, the pitching, because we had these games where we play above. We play above and beyond, and then the next game we play below our capacity. And it's just nobody.
You say Thomas commented that every time he does that, I want one of these opposing players to run at him with a bat.
And it's
dude, I'm trying to visualize that, man. How crazy would that be?
Thomas, you crazy, man.
Oh man, but I'm happy with this team right now, man. They're fired up. They're ready to go. I feel like we're getting into that Red October, man. I just think it's scary. I think we're just scary at home in Philly, man. It's just like how the Eagles are in the play. It's that atmosphere. It's something about when we play. It's something about when we play at home, man.
And you saw the ticket sales, man. They didn't even compare in that wild card round, man. The Phillies were the highest by. It wasn't even close. You could combine all the bottom tickets for all those other games. They don't even come close. So, I mean, it's, we support our teams, man, here in Philadelphia, man. It doesn't matter if it's the Flyers, Sixers, Eagles, or Phillies, man. This city is for sure. It's a tough city to play in no matter what sport. You got to come in here and you got to win. So, the Braves are going to be tough, though. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think it could very well go 5 games.
Yeah, and they're also going to be looking for vengeance, too, because we knocked them out last year in the playoffs as well.
That's crazy. Thomas said Braves tickets in Atlanta are $95 for the divisional round. Ours were $191 for the wild card round, man. Now it makes me kind of
down south. Everything is always cheaper, though. Keep that in mind.
It is true. That's true. You actually are really true with that. I want to see Phillies tickets now. I want to see what we're looking at for Game 3. So we'll at least get the game. It will at least get the Game 3. I'll just go. Where should I go? Ticketmaster. I guess Ticketmaster. Let's see what we got here. Find tickets. I'm just trying to see. So obviously you can get tickets cheaper, probably closer to the game and stuff. But let's see what we can get. Dude, the cheapest ones I'm seeing on here, $340, bro. $340, man.
Wow.
It's a resale ticket. Yeah. It's low. It's going by lowest price, up to $1,207.
Dude, so $340 compared to $95. Jesus. What a difference.
Wow.
Yeah, now here's the thing. I always know, there's people that have season tickets and if they can't go, you can probably. I would never pay that, man. I remember when the Eagles played the Falcons in the if Heath is watching out there, because I went to the game with him. When the Eagles played the Falcons the year they won the Super Bowl, I've told you this story, I think. We got standing room tickets for $80. You know what they were going for before we went down there? Like $300. So that was the Eagles playoff game. You can find stuff, man. Just you have to kind of be in the vicinity and you have to get lucky. You have to just kind of walk over, see what they got. As it's getting closer and they want to sell a ticket, man, as long as it's not completely sold out yet, you might be able to find something. Or if you have connections, obviously.
Yeah.
He said Philly is like 300 standing room. Yeah, Thomas, the minimum I'm seeing is 340. It's not standing room though. It's section 426, row 9. So it's high up, but it's not standing room. I actually don't mind standing room though. Standing room's down lower. You're all the way up top for a $340 ticket. That's crazy, man. This is you can still get a good view with standing room, right? I've been to the Eagles playoff game, and I've never actually. No, you know what? Me and Dylan did a standing room the one time for the Phillies. It was a regular season game, but we were able to see pretty well. It was like at the deck where we could like stand and you could put your drink down, and you had no seat. But I don't mind that, man, at all. We're young, you know what I mean? I'm not older, so I don't really care. You know what I mean? I don't need to be sitting in a seat. But yeah, that's wild. $340, and this is just the divisional round. You know, when we get to the National League champion, you know, I'm speaking into existence when we get to the National League championship round. You can only imagine, and then the World Series minimum ticket's going to be like $1,000.
I think that's how much they went last year.
Yeah, they were high, man. So that's good though, man. I mean, it's not it's expensive, but I feel like that just goes to show what type of city we have here. When it comes to our sports, man, we don't play.
Nope.
They motivate. Don't they like motivate you? Like even though sports is like it's entertainment. When the Eagles have like a good Sunday, that Monday, man, it motivates you. Like I'm gonna work hard. Like you're in a good mood, man. Like you just feel good, man. There's always good energy around the city, man. When Philly sports are winning.
Yep. Yeah, after the game on Sunday, like we're all leaving the stadiums, everybody just happy, you know, cheering. Eagles chants every 5 minutes. Like, yeah, man, it's a good day. Everybody high spirits.
Exactly.
The city really relies on the Eagles, you know. I know.
Yeah, because it's like a blue collar city. Like if you come in here and you put the work in, man, and you really work on your craft, like look what Jalen Hurts did. I feel like this city, you get this city's respect, man. Mm-hmm. You know, you come in here and you work hard, man, and you put yourself to work, man. This city respects you, man. We're built on like a blue collar city. That's kind of how this city's been built. So,
Ben Simmons, I hope you're paying attention. That was directed.
Ben Simmons. Hey, man, his name doesn't get spoken on this podcast, man. We don't speak Ben Simmons.
I hope he's watching.
Can you imagine it said like one view? It's like so like it's like everybody logs off and then you see one viewer and then you look and it's like Ben Simmons.
he had a good off-season training though, like always.
As always, the usual summer clips that we see from Ben Simmons.
And then there's gonna be that meme where would you rather shoot or go into space? And then he has the astronaut suit on with the helmet getting ready to go off into space. I was like, damn.
Doesn't he like play like pickup games with like a bunch of scrubs, like a bunch of no names, and
his camp's like his brother-in-law and stuff. It's like weird, dude. It's like family members are his camp, dude. It's like
it was sad, man. He was trying to play for the Australian national basketball team. I think they had like an international tournament in the summer, man. And even the Australian coach didn't want him. He's like, nah, man, you can stay in New York. We don't want you here.
You gotta quit on us.
That's the problem, though, man. You know, like these people, like these talented athletes, like Ben Simmons had the talent to be like the next LeBron, dude. Like the way he's built, dude. Look at him, man. 6'10". Like the athleticism that guy has is he's built to be an absolute stud in the NBA. But when you got your camp around you, where it's like family members who don't hold you accountable, look what happens, man. His whole life, man, no accountability for the amount of talent that he had. It's crazy. It's really a shame when you think about it, man. It's complete waste of talent.
I think it's due to the coddling, man. You know, sometimes adversity is very good for men. You know, that's why like usually the best stars come from adversity. Jordan, LeBron, single mom. Jordan cut from the team. He didn't grow up in a wealthy family. So it's always like that. I noticed that.
Yeah. It's funny. So I think it's Thomas now. He said someone posted a bogus story where James Harden challenged the starters with the reserves like Jimmy Butler did. Unlike Butler, Harden's team lost 21-3. And I actually wanted to put Jimmy Butler into that conversation too that you just said with Jordan, LeBron, and them. Jimmy Butler was actually homeless at one point. So like Jimmy Butler, and he was a walk-on at Marquette. Like it's like you see these guys understood what it took to get there. So when you have that type of adversity, it's different, man. You're built different it prepares you, man, because. You know, the softness, like at the end of the day, you come from college, it's different when you get to pro level. And basketball, it can be different, but it's not like football. You know how football, every game matters. So it's like stars who come from, you know, the college, NCAA, they come from the NCAA, and then they come into the football. They feel that pressure right away because every single game matters, and you're playing against grown men who don't give a shit. They're all professionals. That's what I'm saying. Like you could have the worst team in the league and they could still whip you on any given Sunday in football because every week matters. You never know. In basketball, you can kind of cruise through an 82-game season. You know, here and there, you might have some challenging games. But when you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game and everything changes. So Ben would actually he was an all-star pretty much almost most years, man, all throughout the season. Fantastic. Gets to the playoffs, everything changes. They take away that middle. They take it away.
But Ben, I think it's a mental thing.
They try to send him to the free throw line, bro. And dude, that seems like it's 100 feet away, man.
Yeah, but it's a mental thing with Ben Simmons. That's what I'm saying. Like he has all the talent. It's just a mental thing. He can't handle the pressure from Philadelphia, from New York. It's just like when you're in the spotlight making millions, it's gonna come with pressure. Like you gotta know that. Like if you can't handle that, work at UPS. It's just like you gotta know like this comes with the spotlight. And like Rich said, he doesn't have that dog in him that able to handle the pressure. Look at the pressure LeBron was under. All that pressure LeBron, I'm like, wow.
People to this day, after everything LeBron's accomplished, hate on him. And I'm not just saying like the Jordan people, because obviously it's a legitimate argument. You know, people are going to say Michael Jordan, people are going to say LeBron. You're not going to change either person's mind. I personally, even though I've been a LeBron fan, I think accomplishment-wise, it's very tough on almost every accomplishment LeBron probably has Jordan on, except for titles. Jordan has more titles. So people are always going to have that argument unless LeBron got 6 rings. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about like people that don't – it's not even that conversation. People just still hate on LeBron to this day for no reason.
I think that James and that move to Miami, man. I think that's probably why they still hate him.
Yeah, that really burned him. Yeah, that burned him.
Yeah. I understand why he left. I get it, man. Looking back on it, I probably would have done the same thing, man. But a lot of it stems from that.
It was how he went about it. I don't think it's that he went to Miami. It was because he went on live television and announced it. Like how he went about it, PR wise, I think was the reason why that became what it was. Now, like if he would have just went to Miami, look at Dame, dude. Dame tried to be that guy in Portland and say, I'm going to be loyal to my team. He's been with Portland, 9 years? Portland didn't do shit to build around Damian Lillard.
Nothing.
So Dame finally realized, I get it. People want to be like Kobe Bryant, stay with the team, and they want to be like Michael Jordan and stay with the Bulls. But look, the Bulls built around Jordan. The Lakers were always a stacked team. They had Shaq, they had Gasol. They built around Kobe. Portland wasn't doing that shit in a small market, so they didn't care. So Dame, he finally freaking wised up and was like, I need to get the hell out of here. Well, I'm never going
to Kobe, Michael, like Steph Curry, all these guys, man, they're fortunate, dude, because they had good management, man, that went out there and got good players to surround them with.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like,
and then also, speaking of Dame, bro, Milwaukee's going to be sick this year, dude.
Yeah, I actually like Giannis in them too, and I like Dame, so I'm happy for them. Now I hate that Boston got Drew Holiday, but if I got to root for anybody in the East, and it's not the Sixers, I'll root for Milwaukee, man.
Yeah, I like root for the Sixers though, man. I want us to get back there, dude. I don't know how we're gonna get back there now.
We're not, man. We're not. I just gotta be realistic, man. I hate to be a negative, man, but you look at the talent, man. The Sixers just, unless they make some type of acquisition during the season, the Sixers just aren't in the bracket, man. They're just not there. Or some crazy injuries happen from Boston and Milwaukee. They're just not in the conversation, man. And you really don't know what's going to happen with Harden. So I hate to say it, man. They had a window last year. Maybe even I think their best window was the Jimmy Butler year.
We should have never got rid of Butler. That was our biggest mistake, is getting rid of Butler. That was the dumbest thing we could have done.
Yeah,
Tobias Harris over me. Tobias Harris over me.
Tobias Harris, over Butler, we were wild. I don't know.
Dude, that video was hilarious, man. Him walking out of the tunnel, just yelling it out.
That's gonna go down in Philly history, just like Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. Those two things.
It's weird how things work out, man. Like if we would have had Justin Jefferson, who knows what Devontae Smith and who knows? I'd rather have Justin Jefferson over Devontae Smith, but man, who knows if we have AJ Brown here? See, that's the thing. But if you have Justin Jefferson and AJ Brown, dude, good luck. All I gotta say, I love Devontae Smith, man. Like skinny Batman, he's that dude, man. He can make those catches. But if you're telling me Devontae Smith or Justin Jefferson, I'm gonna go Justin Jefferson,
bro. Yeah. If we had Justin Jefferson and AJ Brown on the same squad, bro, the NFC would be on suicide watch, dude. It'd be all over, man. Just send us to the Super Bowl already, man.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be fair, for her.
Bro, you ain't stopping that offense. It's a wrap, man. They can't stop him with Major Brown on the field, dude.
Had Jalen Regular instead.
Regular. That's kind of what he was. His name.
Jalen Regular.
Do you remember last year that Vikings game? He had that like little small, like 20-yard little run back on the punt. He was like flexing his Jalen Rager, dude, when he went to the Vikings. Oh my god, that's just terrible. But I mean, Eagles have a lot to look forward to. Phillies, obviously, we're in it right now. A lot to look forward to. It's great, man. Eagles undefeated like last year around this time. Phillies in the playoffs like last year around this time. Union, a little delayed with the tournament that happened, but the Union will be in the playoffs. Like we said, they're in the third seed right now. I think Orlando City and Cincinnati are just in front of them, but we got some good stuff going on, man. Flyers are still on a rebuild. I think the Flyers actually, have more positive right now than the Sixers. I don't have much, and I love the Sixers, man, but I just don't have much optimism for them right now. I hope that changes throughout the season, but we'll see.
Did we draft well? I forgot.
I don't even know if we had any. Marius, do you know that? Did we have any picks this year, or we had already?
I'm not sure we did because we had that trade with Ben Simmons and all that, so I don't know. Remember, we also had that trade with Tobias a few years back. Man, we gave the Clippers a bunch of draft picks, so I'm not sure.
Nope, Sixers had no draft picks in 2023.
That's the thing, man.
Yeah. Dude, because we're in such we're in trouble, man, with the picks too. That's what I'm saying. The Sixers are in a bad spot. Very bad spot.
It's concerning, man, because dude, you like who knows how long, like how more healthy Joel Embiid's going to be, man. I mean, we're probably going to have him like at the top of his game for maybe 2 or 3 more years, man. We need to make it count now, man. We can't afford to wait.
They say the Sixers don't have any 2024 draft picks either, man.
God
damn.
Yeah,
man, we're in that's what I'm saying, man. We're in a bad spot.
Yeesh.
We gave up so many picks, man. And basketball only has 2 rounds.
Was that for Harden?
It was in multiple things, man. Remember we gave up like a Miami first for like things Tobias things, different things, man. We're in trouble, man. They're in a bad position, bro.
Oh my god. He's okay. Like he's not like to me, he's like he's above average, but like he's not great. He's a good player. He's not a great player. Jimmy Butler is a great player. Like, you know what I'm saying? Damian Lillard is
but a lot
great player.
But a lot of people don't realize, like, still it wasn't Tobias or Jimmy. I know Jimmy made the joke, Tobias Harris, but it was really, I think we've said this
Ben Simmons
and Brett Brown. He was on JJ Redick's podcast, and he mainly said the main reason was Brett Brown. Obviously, obviously Ben Simmons, but if a new coach came in that held Ben accountable, I think Jimmy could have worked with him. But because Brett Brown was coddling so much, he said on the podcast that literally they walked into a room and Brett Brown went through a quick PowerPoint presentation. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, this is what we're going to work on. Boom, we walked out. Jimmy went over to JJ and said, JJ, why would I ever go back? That was when he first came to Philly. This was like the first thing he went through. He's like, JJ, why would I ever go back in that room again? And he's just like, what are you talking about? He's like, we didn't learn anything. He's like, absolutely nothing. Like, and Jimmy said, what is the point of this? So then, like, he actually questioned it, and that's why they started like saying Jimmy Butler's having locker room issues, like questioning the coach and stuff. But he said like other players just didn't have the balls to say it. He's like, JJ, you remember? He's like, I went, I looked at TJ. TJ, raise your hand. And he said because he said if anybody has any questions with this, he's like, speak now. And he said him and TJ McConnell were just talking about it, and he looks over and he's like, TJ, put your hands up and stuff. And TJ did it, and he's like, yeah, I got a problem with it and stuff. And Jimmy just raised his hand and stuff, and he's like, I'm not gonna accept this crap just because we're going through the motions. Like, and he even said it was a weird move, as much as I don't think he liked Ben Simmons. In the playoffs, Marius, you remember this too. They switched the point guard position at one point and made Jimmy Butler the ball handler in the middle of the playoffs. And even he said, as much as he doesn't really like Ben Simmons, he's like, if I'm Ben Simmons, I'm going to feel some type of way about that. I've been carrying the ball up all season, and now you're going to take me off the ball in the middle of the playoffs? That's going to make you, like, as a player, like, what the hell? And Jimmy said during the season, he told Brett Brown that year, hey, why don't we switch it up? Why don't I take some of the, like, we'll switch up the point guard position. Ben will carry it up certain portions. I'll carry it up certain portions. He's like, nah, this is how we're doing it. Ben's carrying the ball. So Jimmy offered that strategy early in the season, and then Brett wants to flip that. So he had a lot of issues with Brett Brown. He brought that up on JJ Redick's podcast. But And then we fired Brett Brown the next year anyway. Stupid move. Stupid. Just dumb.
We had to, man. They got swept by the Celtics.
Yeah.
Where else we go? That's unacceptable, dude.
Yeah, it was dumb, dude. You know, they should just let Brett Brown go. If Jimmy Butler comes to me, man, Brett Brown is not that type of coach, man, where he's worth keeping over Jimmy Butler. I'll say, yeah, you can go. And then Jimmy signs a 5-year deal here. It's not even a question.
Jimmy Butler, I'll go as far as to say Jimmy Butler is the type of player you build around. Like, you know, he's I would say he's up there with Joel. You know what I'm saying? And that's how high regard I hold Jimmy Butler.
He is. Joel's another level only because of Joel's ability. So Joel's 7'2", man. He's just unstoppable. Like, Joel's a top 5 player. But Jimmy Butler, I'd say definitely is a top 15, maybe top 10. It's tough, though. There's a lot of talent in the NBA. But I will tell you this. Jimmy Butler goes harder than anybody in the playoffs. I will say that. When the playoffs come around, Jimmy goes hard.
Yeah, playoff Jimmy. They don't call him that for nothing.
Yeah, he goes hard in the playoffs, man. Harder. He can duel with anybody in the playoffs.
It just sucks, man, because this talk is like making me think. I'm like, what could have been, dude? Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. Thomas commented. He said, "Good show. Thank you, Thomas, and go Phillies and Eagles." Yeah, guys. We've been going for like a minute here, so I guess in the next couple of minutes we can probably wrap it up, man. It's a good discussion, man. It's how you know we've been going like across all sports here, man. We talked Eagles, I think, the first 45 minutes, and then kind of dove Phillies, and we even got into cars, man.
I know.
So I got a little off topic here, but
yeah, we even shone the spotlight on Ben Simmons, bro. We did good.
I know, man. I don't even know how he came up. It's just Marius, I think, brought him up. And boom.
Ben Simmons, aka Couch Potato.
You were talking about Philadelphia being blue collar, man. The city respects hard work, bro, and Ben just never put the work in. So that's why I said, I'm like, I hope he's watching.
Yeah, that is relevant.
Ben's the guy that comes to the white collar organization. And his daddy owns the firm. Like, shit. Like,
big head Ben
owns the firm.
Yeah, big headed Ben, Mr. Potato Head, Couch Potato.
Daddy owns the firm. You don't do no work. Like that's literally what it is.
I don't know if I told y'all, but this girl I know, she works at Noto. She told me she used to see Ben Simmons at the club all the time.
Oh,
so
that's
I'm just like, that makes sense.
You know where he used to be all the time? Park, PARC. It's that restaurant out in Rittenhouse Square. He was there all the time. People would always have pictures of him sitting outside eating lunch and shit. Like just random. I think that might have been like he was popular here, but I think it was like in his first few years here. He used to just chill and just be sitting out there. And yeah, no, some girl, my barber, so his fiance, she used to be my barber. She's a barber too. She used to be my barber, and then I went to him. But she told me a story like years ago when Ben was first here. He was out at some club or bar, and he had his hood up inside the bar, and she was like a little drunk, she said, and her man was like, "Don't bother him." She's like, "Oh, that's Ben Simmons. I'm gonna go up and talk to him." He's like, "Yo, don't bother him. Look, he has a hood up and stuff." She was like, "Yeah, I like wandered over when he went to the bathroom, and she got hot to him, and he's like, yo, I'm just trying to be low key and stuff, and had his hood up and stuff, and was just trying to like hide." He's like 6'10", man.
Where you hiding, bro?
Sitting at the bar, dude. My now barber's like, "Oh my god," she went off to him and shit. They trying to talk. He's like, no, I'm trying to be okay.
Now he can't show his face.
Well, I'm not going back here ever again.
Yeah, he better not.
He can't show his face.
Instead of shooting jumpers, he's at Noto. Like, come on, man.
That's like Harden, man. Remember Harden last year in the playoffs? We won that first series against who do we play in the first round? The Raptors? It wasn't. Who do we play last year in the first round? Was it the Raptors?
It was the Raptors. Remember, we were up 3-0. They won the next two, and then they got very close to winning Game 3, and it would have been here for Game 7. And then remember, Joel Embiid hit that game-winning shot.
Was that last year? Or I feel like that was 2 years ago.
I thought that was last year.
Who did the Sixers play? No, I'm not trying to hold you guys on. Now I gotta.
Actually, no. I think you're right. I think it might have been 2 years ago. No, I think last year they played Brooklyn. That's what it was.
Yeah, Brooklyn. It was
we played Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my bad. Yeah.
We played the Raptors.
So we played Brooklyn last year.
I'm thinking of the series. Yeah, Steve, you're right. I'm thinking of 2 years ago, man, where they almost came back from being down 3-0.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one felt like a while back, but I was gonna say last year after we beat Brooklyn, we had some time off before we played Boston, and Harden was out in frickin' Vegas at the frickin' clubs in Vegas. Because remember we had a week off. Remember that we won like quickly. I think we swept Brooklyn, or we won in 5. And
why am I not surprised?
And we had a week off, so Harden went out to Vegas.
It's a shame, bro, because George could have got him at the Lilas for free, bro.
Nah, he probably went there one time. So George was talking. He's like, "I'm out of here." I love you, George. I'm like, he's like,
crazy.
That's like Hollis. Like he. But yeah, that being said, guys, I guess we could wrap it up here, man. We got a good weekend of sports coming in, man. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, man. Phillies Saturday and Monday, and then we got the Birds on Sunday. If you guys ain't doing nothing for the game, man, we should catch the Birds game on Sunday or something.
You got it, man. I'm down for that, man.
That being said, guys, I just want to thank everybody who commented in tonight, Thomas, in the group. You had a nice group of people commenting in tonight, and I just want to thank you gentlemen for joining me on as always, man. Thank you, Rich. Thanks, Rob, and thanks, Mario, man. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, pleasure to be here, bro.
It's been a pleasure. It was a good time.
Absolutely. Hopefully, the Phillies can go further in the playoffs, man. Maybe when they're in the World Series or something, we'll continue this, man, in a few weeks or something, man. We'll see what happens.
They will. They will.
Yeah, I like it, man. I like it there. That's the will it, man. Speak it into existence, manifest it. With that being said, guys, I just want to wrap up here, man, and I do want to thank Frank Veneziali for coming on last week. We talked fitness. Frank's a fitness coach and had a lot of good stuff to offer.
Great episode, by the way, man. I watched that from start to finish. It was great insight, man. If you're into the gym, man, or weight loss or anything like that, man, I highly recommend watching that episode.
Yeah, Frank's very knowledgeable, man. He breaks, especially with the diet plans, man. He's on point. And I don't think I gave a shout out last week to my boy Julian from 2 weeks ago, who he's franchising at Santucci's Pizza. Me and Mario went to Judge, and I went to Temple with him, graduated finance. But if you guys haven't checked that episode out, it's 2 weeks ago. Shout out to Julian DeMuro, man. Well, appreciate him coming on the show as well. And guys, I think we can just wrap up here, man. That being said, man, guys, have a great night. Great weekend. I'm sure I'll talk to you boys throughout the weekend. Probably see you guys, but yeah, man, thanks again, and have a good night.
Likewise, man. Take care, bro.
Take care, guys.
Take care.
Bye.